All right, we're getting here live. 11th annual Big Spiel. We're already a couple rocks into the first end. Main event, Sheet 2 at Chaska. Got Team Far taking on Cerkvenik. Should be in for a good game here. Kind of scrambling to get a start here for the day. So I apologize for the delay. Jumping into the end, it looks like we got an open end here, so looks like we'll just kind of feel out the sheet and have a nice little quick end here to start things off. So I apologize because I'm going to be doing some intel here. Right now I have the team names and everybody on the team, but it's like literally in the smallest print possible. So I'm going to take some time here in this first end since we got an open end anyways and kind of jot down the names so at least I can sound like I know what I'm doing. Looks like we are into the seconds rocks here. So this is Nick Farbelow. I do know the last name of all these players because they are all Farbelows, which is pretty cool to see. Nick's out of the hack. Looks like a good controlled delivery. Sweepers are on it, just kind of cleaning in front. Nice hit there, roll to the center. So we're going into the thirds rocks here. This is Andy Hovland, which I called the game last night with a different Hovland. I called a Peter Hovland game yesterday, so guessing there must be a relation here between the two. With the sweet St. Paul Curling Club jackets on. He's out of the hack. He's right on line. Sweepers are just kind of cleaning in front of the rock. They like it. So rock's on the way. Nice. May hit it thinner than he wanted. He is rolling out. Let's see if they can get it out, which they do. Farbelow's going to get a free draw here. Feel out their weight, so see what they do. Yep. It's going to draw right to the wing. Use Cerkvenik's. Sorry, and I'm going to botch that. Is it Cerkvenik? Cerkvenik. Yeah. So where are you broadcasting? We're doing it on YouTube. Yep. So, yeah, apologize if you're watching it. I believe it's Cerkvenik. So, yeah, Farbelow's going to draw in front of their stone, try to use their stone as a backstop if possible. Sweepers are scratching away, looking like they want to carry it a little bit. Yep, ended up being a guard. We don't have our monitors overhead on. We're going to probably have to get that changed too. So maybe a little opportunity, or he got away with that one. Going with the intern hit, looking to roll to the center. Get away from that backstop if he can. Little discussion on the squad here. Yep, they decided to go with a little bit more weight. Delivery was right on point. Sweepers are staying off of it. Must be really close. Oh, nice. They got rid of that. Well, so we are back. I wish I had the overhead. I can't see if that one is in the house or not. I don't think it is, so chance for Farbelow to come around this red. This is Jake Farbelow digging into the hack with his second in the first. Right down the center line on that delivery. Sweepers are staying close. Straight side sweepers on it. Now they're both going. Might be a scotch light. right, so we got some 2 corner guards here. Cerkvenik looking just, I would imagine, well, we'll see. I'm a couch skip, and they're discussing down there on what to do. Cerkvenik in the steal position. The F troop has got hammers, so I think at this point of the end, you got to get rid of these. So I think they're looking at just, yeah, they're going to throw big weight at this. Throw some smoke at it and just eliminate that, I'm guessing. So here comes the skipper, Steve, discussing over with the sweepers the plan. Everybody's got it. They know what they're doing. You can just see the experience on this team just looking at these guys. Just steady face, ready to go. Cleaning his rock on the side of the hack. I like that move. Don't see that very often. So I'm thinking he's throwing smoke at this, it looks like, with that broom. So we'll see here. Oh, yeah. Fires out of the hack. Sweepers are staying close. Straight side. Oh, they're off. Must be close. Got rid of the far below stone, and they sit in the top 12. So all in all, a successful stone. We're right back to that blank look here. So all of a sudden you're thinking maybe there might be a point coming out of this end, but yeah, no, we're right back to the blank. So here comes the skipper for far below. Still Mike, of course. This is fun to watch. 4 far belows out here. So a little bit of a discussion right before he jumps into the hack. Quick clean of the rock. Looks like a control broom. Kind of hit the low side, I'm guessing. Nice smooth delivery. Right out of the hack. Sweepers are staying close, just keeping it clean. They like it. They're looking a little curl, if anything. So they ended up hitting high side. And they do bite. Nice. So Cerkvenik's going to have to deal with that, or, yep, they're going to play the out turn. Yep. Sweepers switch sides. Rock is out of the hand. Here's the hammer in the first end. Aaron's on it hard. They need to look like they're keeping it straight. It's definitely got it. It looks like they far below sweeping to get it out. And I apologize. That was not the hammer. I'm way off here. Obviously, far below has hammer in the first end here. So I was sitting there going, why is far below sweeping that out? So he did get it out, wide open house. So we're going to see our first end blank. I'm going to take the time to write down the names here so I don't have to squint every time I'm looking for the name. And first end blank, and we'll be on to the second end soon here. All right, we got these written down, so I should be able to at least read them a little easier. So we are first rock at the second end after the blank. See where we go with this. Steve Cerkvenik. Sorry, he's really struggling. Looking to set a center guard here, so we might see a little action here in the second. Right on the center line, 2.5 there. Nice starting stone to this. Mike decides to come right around it, so we're going to play to the middle again here. First rock for Willie, far below, coming out of the hack. Looks like a wonderful line. I was sitting right behind the broom, so drilled his line. Sweepers are staying close. Yep, you could tell the sweepers were waiting for a command there, just kind of staring. They all knew it was a scotch heavy, so Steve was able to get that through the house. So maybe the old classic second end Chaska speed, it does catch you sometimes on that second end. So broom's out, looking to set a nice presence here in the center. Good start for the second end. So I had the positions wrong, obviously, so that's why you had the blank space there. So Ken Olson out of the hack. I had Ken as the second. So really nice stone. Looks like it, right to the back button. Assuming we'll see a freeze call here, So Mike decides let's freeze to that red. So Willie with the second stone of the end. Sweepers are on it right away. Must be getting a little tight, so it might be a little light. Sweepers. All right, now they're looking curl, so I think they got it. Yeah, sweepers worked that rock really nice. They knew it needed a little help from the get-go, so good sweep on that, good scrub. Steve contemplating on what to do, so he's going to draw right down to the pile. Now we got Aaron Nunberg in the hack, getting his line. Nice delivery out of the hack. Eyes up, right on point. Sweepers jump it right away. Both sweepers are hard on it, so I'm guessing it's a little light again. Need some help. Dragging the rock. It is curling up, so it must be a little light on them. All of a sudden, we got a pile of rocks here. So far below, tapping top 8. Get behind the pile. This in-turn draw. This is Jake far below in the hack. Jake with his flat brim, staring down the broom. Eyes never left the broom. Good to see. Nice delivery by all of these players on this sheet. So once again, this is main event, 11th annual Big Spiel. We have a second event game over on sheet 1. If anybody wants to jump over there and check in on that, I'll try to update you throughout the day here. So Jake Farbelow's rock does come in a touch heavy. Steve's able to sweep it through. So that was the first of his 2. We know he'll make the adjustment on his second one. Just got caught there. I'm looking. I think I brought my stopwatch, which I did. So we'll get some time here. We had about 15-second hog times last night to get to the tee. So it was running pretty quick yesterday. I keep saying last night. Sweepers are on it. just to clean. Looks like they like the weight. They're looking curl, if anything. They like the weight. I think Skipper called him off there. Yeah, it's a scotch heavy. Just didn't curl. All right, so that is second shot. Nice, we did get the overheads on, so that will be an advantage for me at least. Get the far end here on the third end, so Jake Farbelow has to come in again. This is the second of his pair. I'm guessing he's going to make the adjustment. He was 7 feet too heavy on his last one. Sweepers are really they're giving the hand signal that it's a heavy. Yep, they're still saying it's heavy, so they're trying to look for a plan B, but I think he's just gonna flash. Oh, there, he got a run. Oh, shoot. So it does bite down. It looks like he is gonna nibble the, oh, nope. Wrong. Talking too soon. Steve was able to sweep it through. Yep. So Steve looking to bring another one in. All of these guys are playing this intern side. It's getting really quick on this side. I'm going to get a time here. Rock is out of the hand. Gave it like the dead stare. It looked like he liked his line. Sweepers are not even close to it, and I'm watching the pace of their feet. This looks heavy too. 13-2-7, so that's going to be through the house too. So it is a thing here at Chaska. This second end coming back to the house. If there's any frost on the ice in that first end, it can trick you. Keep in mind, we also had an open end where these are really the first draws of the game. So getting a little tricked on the ice speed. This is Nick Farbelow in the hack. Let's see if he. This is Jake. No, this is good to know. So Jake's the third. Okay.
Jake didn't want those.
And Nick is the second. Well, forgive me when you watch this, because I am getting educated, so I should know this too. This is obviously the Farbelow team, very familiar team. So Jake also, like Nick, got a little tricked on the speed there. They're all about 4 or 5 feet heavy. All right, and they even have their names on their shirt. I have no excuse here, people. This is terrible. Well, my excuse is I can't see. So, so Steve's back in the hack. We've seen this shot now a lot in this end. So it's. How are you? Rock is out of the hand. Andy Hovland staring it down. This one seems to be on the heavy and wide side also. They want it to curl. Might give a little love tap here to out count. We're going to have to wait for the overhead on YouTube. I got a little bit of a delay on that. So spare me 1 second here. I don't know who's out counting, so. Anybody out there in the chat, help me out if you know who's out counting who. I'm kind of limited on my view of things here. I'm sitting over kind of in between sheet 1 and 2, so I got some real angles to look here. Jake Farbelow in the hack. Look to ask to do the same shot here. Let's see if he can get it. I did get a click on the time here, so we'll see. Sweepers are on it, so the speed is definitely, they like it better. They're off. They like the speed. Weight's good. They're on it. They're off it. They're on it. They're off it. That tells me they like it. Little bump into. Yep. So they are completely covering the pin here with two 42-pound stones behind it, just holding it. Team is waving their arms. They love it. They finally got their weight down. Perfect T-line weight out of Jake there. Nice adjustment off of his first one. So Steve looking at the options here. He's thinking about setting up some angles for his second one. It's gonna take angles or a couple stones to get that stone off that pin. It's completely blocked by a wall. So they're gonna throw, I'm guessing, like just a back 12, try to get some movement on these rocks, just to move some stuff up. Guessing off that broom, yeah, back 12, space weight as the Casper team would call it. Staring it down, a little undecisive on this shot call. I think he just wanted a little second opinion. He got it. They're still discussing. Yep, they're just going to throw some in here. They're going to try to jostle up this pile of rocks, get a little bit of movement on them, open things up a little bit. Cerkvenik in the hack with his patented clean the rock off to the side, discussing with his sweepers, making sure they know what to do. Oh, double clean. He's really thinking. They're discussing. All right. Shot call is made. They all agree. It's ready to come. Gets his line, pictures his shot. He's out of the hack. A little bit of a fishtail, but he corrected it. Nice controlled delivery. Sweepers are close. Aaron's thinking. Yep, Aaron's jumping it. Might be a little tight. Nope, he's off. Yep, he's on. It's close. Oh, it's getting really tight. Oh, and he does kiss off of it. You see what happens here. Yeah, Aaron wanted to jump it a little earlier. His gut was right. So it was really close to being made. Just ended up kissing that. So Mike's looking over, just checking out what they want to do. They might be sitting two. I may have jostled it a little bit. Or if not, thinking about how they can get to two here. So far below with hammer. For sure sitting one. A lot of rocks in play compared to this first end. We never know with these high-end games, these main event games, you might get into a 3 or 4 blank end start, but no, we're treated with some scoring right in the second end, so there's definitely some points going up in this end. I shouldn't say points, there's definitely going to be a number hung. We'll see if it's a crooked number or not. So it looks to me like they're going to play kind of an in-off. Nope. Okay. All right, so they decided on just a top 8 guard, and he might be thinking about setting up his last hammer stone, but we'll see what happens. So the setup, Mike Farbelow skates down. He's ready for his first of his 2 in the second. Crooked Pines getting a full house in here, which is good to see. I would imagine it's going to be a busy day down here. A lot of good curling happening. Imagine closer to lunch hour, it's going to get really live in here. Sweepers are staying close. Yep, they're on it. Pushing, trying to drag it as far as they can. The call was top 8. We'll see where they put it. Nice work by the sweepers. Good scrub there to put it right where Skipper wanted it. Steve and Andy are gonna step into the house and start looking over their options. If anything, yeah, you try to get your force here if you can't force them to one. So I wish I had a better view of this house. I actually do. I'm gonna take the time on YouTube here. I have a iPad set up, so I'm gonna try to zoom in there if I can. I don't know if you guys can tell me you're better than I am, because I have no idea who's sitting that second shot there. Whole squad is in on this conversation. They're going over every option they possibly can. Definitely have to make a right decision here. You don't want to give Far Below a big end. I mean, there is a... yeah. So they're looking at maybe playing Far Below's rock here. So I think the call was say that's a good normal broom, so they're definitely going to throw some weight at this. Fun to watch because I'm trying to picture here what they're looking at. Far Below with hammer. All right, so Steve's not fully convinced. He's skating back down. Got into the hack. Maybe didn't like what he saw. Sometimes it looks different when you're sitting in the hack compared to standing in the house. So I think he just said, I don't know. I think they're both just indecisive here. Guess the best thing is you just try to minimize whatever you can. I wish I knew who was sitting second. I think it's so close that it's just who knows. All right, so now they're going to draw broom. I didn't see the shot call. This must have been something they were discussing over the time. Maybe just come in and kiss off their red, or just cover it up and hope that I wish I knew. Sorry, people watching. Wish we could listen into that conversation. But now the broom is out on the far edge of the 12 foot, so definitely a different shot call than what they first called. Steve's out of the hack. Makes the adjustments. Oh, he's giving hand signals. I think he thinks it's light. Aaron's on it. So Ken's staying away. I think Ken thinks it's closer than Skipper thought. Bull sweeper's back completely off. All right. So they just covered up that raise that Far Below could have used there to get rid of that red. So defensive shot call. It's a good shot call. So Far Below, it looks like just going to try to kiss his yellow and get his 2 here if he can. Which tells me I'm guessing Cerkvenik is sitting 1 or sitting second shot, I'm guessing. So Mike Barbelow's down in the hack with the hammer in the second. Nice delivery, eyes are up, right on the broom. Throwing an in turn, they're just throwing it away. So I guess they must be thinking they're sitting 2. So we'll see what happens. We do know for sure Far Below got their. Oh, that was an easy decision. They obviously had their two, so didn't want to mess up anything. Just threw it away. So we're into the third end. After a first end blank, we do hang a score in the second. Far Below goes up, gets their deuce in the second. Willie Far Below is digging into the hack. Asked to throw what looked like a top 12 center. Maybe given Cerkvenik the option. Do they want to go a blank end or? So Willie Far Below is out of the hack. Jake's staying close to it. I think he's just cleaning the rock. I think they like the weight. All right, now they're both on it. Just drag it a little bit. Nope, they like it. So Willie with a nice one in the third. Just nice lead. Exactly what Mike wanted. Oh, skirted a little deeper than Mike wanted, but still, little play. Steve's he's thinking. He's gonna ignore it. He's gonna set up his corner here. Try to get a deuce. Ken Olson with these nice St. Paul Curling Club jackets. Sharp looking jackets. So Ken Olson's out of the hack. Nice release. Sweepers are acting like it might be a Scotch heavy. They're just they aren't anywhere near it. I always like to pace their feet, and it looks like they're, well, yeah. So it's definitely in the rings. Mike's got an opportunity to hit and roll over in front of his if he can. So Willie's asked to do the exact that. In turn draw, get to the low side and skirt over right in front of his other one there if he can. Nice shot by Willie. Early release to get some weight going on that rock. Jake is pushing hard to get some curl if he can. It's on the nose right now if he can keep it. Yeah. Good try by Jake. Great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Can I grab you and start off?
Yeah. Can I just do a Mick or a Coors Light, please?
Coors Light.
Yes. And a water would be great. Thank you. Sorry, folks. Just putting in a beer order. You gotta, beautiful part of curling. Some morning beer. 11:05. My wife would love that. Ken's out with his second in the third. Asked to do in-turn hit here. So Far Below able to put up a deuce in the second. A game like this, a deuce can go a long way. So see what happens in this end. Pretty open end so far. Mike asks what turn he wants. Nick opts for the in turn. Oh, a little bit of discussion, maybe a change in call. Just ignore it and go, all right. So the shot call is just kind of build the Christmas tree in a sense. Go top four. Nick Far Below out of the hack. Nice smooth delivery. All these Far Belows got a great delivery. Obviously, runs in the family. Sweepers are close. Jake wants to. Staying close. Giving it a light scrub. Hard for me to get a good time. I had a 14.38 on that. We'll see where that ends up. Just gets into the back four. So once again, some good ice time going today. 14.5 second. Aaron Nunberg out of the hack. Nice flat foot delivery, but perfect delivery. Nice balance. Ken's on it. They want to keep it straight, if anything. Scrubbing away, trying. Might be over curling on Aaron. Yeah, they do. They crash on their own guard there. End up losing both of their rocks on that. So far below in the steel position is sitting 2. Would imagine maybe a top 12. Yep. So top 12. Half cover that. Nick far below with his second of the third. With the sweet socks on, the gray and orange socks. Right on point. Willie's looking to jump it, but he backed off, so they do like the weight. Maybe a little on the heavy side. None of them are close. Jake might, yep. I think they're looking for curl because it might be a scotch heavy. They're both hard on it now, so. It's a great rock. Nice job. Nice pair by Nick in this end, so job to him, good adjustments. Aaron Nunberg waiting for the skipper's call. He's looking to run far belows. Yep. Try to double up these yellows maybe if he can. Ideally, you don't want to leave your red right in the center. You want it to be dump off to the wing if possible. See what happens here. Sweepers are on it hard. Andy Hovland sweeping hard. So they do get rid of that top 12, and they do dump theirs over to the right wing, which is biting. So see what far below does here. Not going to ignore that winger. You'd see a lot of time in maybe some of the more beginning curlers where they ignore that wing, but you don't see that much in this type of curling. So he's going to try to hit this and roll over to the center if he can. Jake far below, third in. Digging into the hack, getting his line, picturing his shot. Mike's in the hack, or is holding the broom. Jake out of the hack. Sweepers are staying close. Straight side sweeper jumps on it. This is going to end up to be a nice one here. Mike the dad, or Willie's dad, Mike's uncle? Brother, okay. All right, so I'm getting the intel. All right, so, and then brothers, Jake and, all right. So Uncle Skip and Willie's the dad. All right, so good to know. We got Andy Hovland in the hack here, looking to, they got hammers, so they do have a wide open draw to the button here both ways, so they're just going to try to clear some rocks out here, I guess. Maybe do a little slash double here. So it looks like they're just throwing normal weight, so maybe just getting right on the beak here. Aaron's scrubbing hard, trying to keep it straight. So they do hit right on that low side, so rolls right over in front of the far below stone. That's a good spot for it, right? Little jam there. Mike's staring it down. Asking Jake what he wants, and I think Jake kind of gave the hand signal either or. I don't really care. So here we go with the out turn. Get a time on this. It looks like it's a 11-second broom. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are staying close. They like it. They need curl, if anything. Nick on it, hard for a curl. I did not get my far hog line, so I didn't get a time on that, but Nice soft weight hit there. Fun to watch. Like the soft weight hits. So we do have a second event game over here on sheet 1 going on too. It looks like we have a 1-0 game. I don't know if maybe scores haven't been hung, but I'll try to keep you updated over here too. Andy Hovland's in the hack, throwing his second and the third here. Aaron's really pushing hard to keep it straight. Big, tall guy, gets a lot of good pressure on that broom. They do double it up, it looks like. So Andy Hovland's able to cut the bleeding a little bit there. Sitting shot rock, but far below is second, so they will sit 2 after this. As long as you don't leave a double, force is on. Mike's skating down, looking pretty cool, calm, and collected here. Knows what he wants to do. Talks to the nephews. They give the nod, like we're ready, it's go time. Looks like we got another 11-second broom here. I'm going to try to get time here. We'll see what they're throwing on this broom. To me, that looks like a normal weight. Mike's out of the hack. Slid a little narrow, but made the adjustment. Nephews like it. They're staying close. Jake wants to. Yep. Oh, nope. They want to go curl. Nick jumps it. And once again, second time in a row, forgot to hit the far hog line. So interested in the shot that I forget to hit it. So I would say, yeah, nice normal weight shot there. There's a heater of a double. It's pretty flat. They aren't even looking at it. So force, we'll see what happens here. This is the first of Steve's rocks here. Skating down, having a little bit of a discussion. It's funny because Ken Olsen shows zero emotion. He's so like cool, calm, and collected. It's great, funny to watch. Oh, actually, no, he didn't. So Steve's cleaning his rock. Shot call has been made. Team agrees. Hit stick on the nose. Sweepers are staying close. Aaron's wants to. It's a good sign. They're on and off. Should be close. So maybe looking to roll. Ooh. It's a good spot. So looking for that tuck back, either that or they were looking to go into it. But Mike, without hesitation, just it's an easy raise for him. So the force should still be on, unless they do leave a double. And the blank might be there. Outturn draw is called. Mike's out of the hack. Dragging the toe. Looked like he was using it as a brake a little bit, maybe too much power. Jake is on it. Jake's sweeping their off. It's close. They like it. So they do bite nice. Yep. So force is back on. There are some angles there. See what they decide to play. I mean, even if they go for this double, the risk is that red jams and they just get their one anyways. So we'll see what happens, what they call. They are looking at the double. It just be hard to lose your shooter, so it's an interesting way to get your one. Yeah. So Andy says, why don't we just nose hit and get our one that way? Yeah, looks like they're I think they're just going to go for their nose hit here. But I could be wrong. Thank you very much. That's perfect. All right, so here we go. Steve Cerkvenik out of the hack. Second last rock of the end. Aaron's on it hard. Oh, he's sweeping really hard. Oh, no. Really hard. Okay, so he did get it up. He's just going to get his one. All right. So it did curl more than they wanted, but they did get their one. So far below able to get their deuce and then generate a force. So they are up 2-1. Far below with hammer coming into the fourth. So good game so far. Like to see the scoring. Looks like looking around the sheets here, it does look like you never know because a lot of teams are terrible at hanging scores. So we do have a couple games we have a 5-0 game, we have a 3-0 game, a 4-0 game. So I'm guessing some scorecards still need to be hung. But anyways, we're in a good one here on sheet 2, that's for sure. 2-1 game, far below up. With hammer in the fourth. Cerkvenik looking to just set some guards, maybe set up a steal. They end up coming into the house. Kind of a conversation between Mike Farbelow and the rest of the Cerkvenik team. Looks like some smiles, so obviously something funny. So Mike's not going to ignore it. He's going to hit. Willie Farbelow out of the hack. The dad of Jake and Nick, I have learned, so fun to see. Jake is on it hard, looking to hold the line if he can. And a rare flash on sheet 2. Willie just over-curled a little bit. We saw the last stone in the last end too. Over-curled a little bit, so maybe we got a common trend here. Maybe Belvy sandpapered the rocks before the bonspiel here. So Steve's going to look to come around this. Sweepers are not anywhere near it. Oh, they like it better now. So look, maybe I said come around. It looks like they're trying to set up just another guard here. Really set up a steal. So Andy's on it hard now. They're trying to get it to curl. Aaron jumps out in front, helps as much as he can. So a nice 3 guard there. Mike decides to try to come around these 2 center guards here. Willie Farbelow with his second in the fourth. Both kids are scrubbing as hard. They scrubbed right away, so all right, they backed off. Skipper said the sweepers were on his uncle. Uncle Mike said off. So we are looking like back 12 here. So something for Steve to draw down to if he wants, yeah, or use it as backing. Middle of the sheets getting piled in here. Drawn for the button if we can. Aaron Nunberg setting up in the hack. He shed a layer, so he's definitely in full-on game mode now. It's out of the hack. It's like a great line. Andy's jumping it right away. I think he's going for weight end line, so it might be a little tight end line. Ken's on it too, so they are scrubbing. Looks like they're going to just kind of add to the pile out front here. It's a little light on that one. Center is established. Mike doesn't like it, so he wants to get rid of a couple here. I don't blame him. Nick Farbelow out of the hack. Look to throw some gas. Dad Willie's running after the rock. Catches up. It's close. They like it. Yep. Got a little bit more of the rock than they wanted, but still successful. Got rid of something. Moved stuff around. Steve's checking to see who's sitting shot here. He confirms that it's Farbelow. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Now I know. A little bit of a discussion here on sheet 2. Oh, got head ice maker Belvich over here heckling from behind, so maybe that's the confusion. Busting a little chops with the familiar faces. Aaron Nunberg out of the hack, right on the broom. Beautiful delivery. Andy Hovland staying close, scrubbing away. Must be getting a little tight. Scrubbing Hardy's off. So they end up biting the back 12, mostly sitting full 8. I think Andy was scrubbing to keep it straight if he could. He may have scrubbed it a little too much power. So we got Nick Farbelow eyeing down his uncle's Mike's broom right out of the hack. He didn't have to make any adjustments because he made a perfect slide. Dad Willie's jumped it. He's off. They like it. Brother Jake is scrubbing. Looking to bury right behind it. Perfect shot by Nick. Really nice. Fun to watch. So, Cerkvenik is sitting 1, but he is in the back 8. See what he decides to do. Steve with hammer in this end. Andy Hovland with his first of his second, or first of the fourth end. I did not. So Andy's out of the hack. I just got asked by the waitress if I ordered waffles, and she brought it right in front of my face, and I was just jaw dropped. But nope, it was not me. So Aaron's scrubbing away. He's really pushing. It must be a little tight. Tight because it's a little light, but they got it. Good scrub by Aaron. I think they did kiss. I thought he papered it. So Aaron never stopped. He knew it was tight from the get-go. Real close. Cerkvenik sitting 2 with 2 Farbelow stones not far out. Looking to remove some red here. Trying to double up these reds if you can. Jake likes the call. See some smoke here. Nice, powerful throw. I'd say a good normal. There you go. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Got rid of 2, almost got rid of 3. And I think they're sitting 2. Hopefully Steve confirms. Yep, he does. So Farbelow sitting 2. Jake with a gem there. Almost got rid of all 3. Got rid of 2. Sitting 2. So the call is you got to dump behind these center guards here. Andy Hovland threw a draw on his last one, so he should be close on this one. We'll get a time on this. Broom is set. Andy's ready. Delivery out of the hack. Rock is on its way. Scrubbers are on it. Aaron's jumping it hard. I'm guessing they think it's a Scotch Light. We'll see what happens here. Looks like they made the adjustment. It's looking pretty good here. 14.92 should be close. Ken Olson's going to want to curl here at the end. So they do end up scrubbing. So that 15-second ice time, they had a 14.92. They scrubbed it to the back button. Mike Farbelow in the steal position is going to freeze right down to that and shrink the scoring zone. So Jake just threw a gem of a hit. Now he's asked to throw a draw here. I'm going to get a weight on, or a time on this one. Always a tough ask after throwing a hit. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are saying, I think they think it's a little up. They're staring it down, though. It's close. It needs curl, if anything, which probably means it is a little heavy. 13.53. So that definitely back 12 weight. Cerkvenik sitting 1. And then I think, I'm pretty sure Farbelow sitting, 2-3 there. Steve and Andy having a conversation here, deciding what to do. We're live at the Twin Cities Curling Association Big Spiel, the 11th annual Big Spiel. Live at Chaska, Sheet 2 in a main event draw here. Fun to watch, 2 good teams. Both St. Paul teams, correct? Yeah, so 2 St. Paul teams, they know each other. Got a good crowd watching this sheet. Highly anticipated. So conversation with Cerkvenik, they're kind of having a group conversation here. Ken and Steve. Aaron, on the other hand, is at the far end. He's just ready to do whatever they decide. Looking to guard this, maybe, yeah. So Steve's thinking about maybe using a guard on his first one. I think that was the final verdict, so they did come up with the call. Aaron went and got a sip from the drinking fountain. He's just hyped up, just dehydrated from all that sweeping. Decision has been made. Steve. Cerkvenik in the hack with his first in the 4th. Still a little discussion going on. I don't think any change in the shot call, just maybe making sure everybody knows their assignment. Steve gets his line down. Nice backstroke, and he's out of the hack. Positive handle on that one. Aaron, without hesitation, jumps it. It's lighter than what they were thinking, so I just know that because Aaron, without hesitation. Okay, Ken's saying it's closer. 16.81. So it overcurled. You know, they were going for the guard. Still should. And it still covers up their back far. You know, that's guarded up. That is widely available, though, so Mike can really... Mike can put this on the pin and go for a steal here. See what happens. Better get a time on this one. We know it's about 15-second ice time, so see what happens. My guess is Mike's made the adjustment at this point in the game, and he's going to put it right where he wants to. He has some backing if he needs to. He can always tap it. So brother Willie holding the broom, Mike in the hack, talking it over with his nephews. They all agree. They know what to do. Nice deliveries. Eyes are right on the broom. Never left the broom. Sweepers are staying close. They're going for weight. It's close, though. They aren't really frantically scrubbing. They know it needs some help. All right, they're digging now. It does look light. 16:01. See how far they can scrub this rock. All three of them out there. 16:01, and they scrub it to the 8-foot. So the ice speed is not lacking at Chaska today. Nick and Jake just put a hard dig into that brush. They tried everything they could. It's just you can't do a 16-second and get it to the tee line. But man, they definitely put the effort in there. So Steve looking to draw. I didn't see the shot call. I'd imagine he's just trying to get in there and lay two. Farvelo with hammer, sitting. Oh, Steve's out of the hack. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are acting like it might be a little heavy. So they said if anything, curl. Ken doesn't want to jump it yet. It's close. Aaron steps over the curl side. They said, I think it's fine. All right, well. So Farvelo looking at Cerkvenik sitting on the back four here. Now the draws are tougher with that rock. That's for sure. He's still with enough swing. It's close. He might be able to get to that. It's really his only option, so he's going to go for it. Yep. So we're going to see a draw here. I'll get a time on this last one. We know it's cruising at 15 seconds. 16:0 or 16:10, and those guys got it to the 8-foot. So I think anywhere in that 15-second with these scrubbers, they can put it in there. It's just, are they going to get enough curl? That's the question. It's going to be close. They got to draw to the button here. They got to get it. Mike Farvelo sizing it up. He's out of the hack. Eyes up. A lot of positive handle. They might be throwing a half spinner here. Jake is on it. Nick is on it. A lot of handle here. So they're looking for a late finish curl here. Look, almost a trick shot. 17-4-7 hog dog. So, yep, that's about all he didn't even, that's just a clear indication he didn't have anything there. So, there you go, just like that. Cerkvenik steals the fourth. We got a tie game on sheet 2 at Chaska. It's a great time in between ends. Thanks to Twin Cities Curling Association for putting on the big spiel. Super fun bond spiel between 5 clubs. So active bond spiel for these players driving back and forth from the clubs, but great little gem on hand here in Chaska. Main event game between Cerkvenik and Farvelo. So we got a tie game. Farvelo with hammer in the 5th. Ken Olsen's out of the hack. Rock is out of the hand. So here we go. 5th end action. Sweepers are both on it. It's definitely over the hog. It's just I think they want to keep it gliding to maybe get it right on that center line, which they do. So good brushing on that part. Andy and Aaron, those two combined, that's a nasty sweeping team there. So Dad Willie setting up in the hack. A lot of broom on this. Jake staying close right from the get-go. A little communication. I think Jake said it's up, so we'll see what happens here. Bite down if it can. 14.38, so yeah, it's probably going to be, should be close. Sure. Bites the T-line. So, overburied. It is wide open on the intern side now, so we're going to look at a hack weight hit from Ken Olson. Or at least it was signaled hack weight. Get a time on this, too. Ken's out of the hack. Throwing hack. Andy's on it. Keeping it straight if he can. It looks like it's getting tight. Oh, and he does kiss the guard. Shooter does roll through the house. I had a 12.55 on that. They were asking hack weight, so maybe a scotch light on that, but it was turning. Sweepers knew it was tight right from the hand, I felt. So Willie's got a opportunity here with hammer. Guessing asked to just kind of set the Christmas tree up here and cover theirs on the T line there. Should say button. Both sweepers are staying close. I think it's a little heavy on their reaction. So they're going to kiss their own stone here. Plan B, he spins it right under the guard. So that is buried. It's behind the tee. Opportunity to like hit and roll to a little freeze here, right? That's what Steve wants. Steve looking to steal another end. They were able to steal in the fourth, so the number hasn't been hung, but we do have a 2-2 game. I think I said 3-3 earlier. Sorry about that. Aaron Nunberg in the hack. He's out. Rock is on its way. Ken Olson sweeping. Tells me they want to keep it straight if they can. Sweeping as hard as he can. It's looking like it's over curling. Oh, wow, we might have a field goal here. Yup, right through the house. Flash by everything. Far below like sharks in the water. Smell blood. They're ready to drop one here in the top 12. Sitting with hammer in the fifth. Nick Farbelow set up in the hack. Dad Willie and brother Jake on the sweep here. Nick's out of the hack. Nice smooth delivery. Nice positive handle on that. Great form on Nick's part. Sweepers aren't doing anything with it. They want it to curl, and it's scotch heavy. So it looks like that's going to be right down into the pile. Let's see if any angles get set up here for Cerkvenik. Right to the pin. So Nick covers up the pin. They got 3 rocks in the 4-foot here, far below does. So we'll see if there's any double opportunities for Aaron. Just kind of watching here between Skip and Aaron. It looks like shot call is like a control hit. I think they called control weight. Looks like it based on his delivery. It's not a heater. It's not gas. So they're looking to get rid of some yellows, but keep their red around. I'm good, thank you. Ken Olson's on it to keep it straight. He's off it now. So they do remove a far below stone and they roll in front of the two far below stones. So far below sitting a 1, but Cerkvenik is in front of the tee line. So advantage them. Far below doesn't like it. He wants to peel. He's with hammer, so great call at this point. Open it up. Jake's on it. Jake's, yep, looks like a good peel. Should lose his shooter. Nicely done. Nice shot by Nick there. So Andy Hovland's stepping into the hack. Probably going to replace it, I'm guessing. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Skipper's thinking maybe we hit and change some stuff here. With Andy's first, you could be tempted to just guard that with his first. Make them peel. Make far below peel. You could probably play that for the next 2 stones, really. All right. Skipper taps top 12, so they are going to play this guard. I think that's the call. They do go in turn, which we've been seeing a lot of out turns, so it's good to see this side of the sheet going. In turn, top 12, he wants less broom. So interesting, Andy asked for less broom. Steve's reluctant to give it to him, but he gave him a broom. Rocks out of the hand. It looks like Andy may have even went to the inside of the broom that Skip had out there. All right, so sweepers are pacing it. Aaron's jumping it for curl. Ken's getting on it too to help it glide as much as they can. So far below is gonna have a look at that red. Maybe just tap to move some angles here. See what Mike calls. He's gonna peel. I don't mind that too. It's just you're gonna have to at some point deal with that red because it's completely backstopped by 2 of Cerkvenik's stones there. So Jake far below this first rock in the 5th end here. Likes the skipper's call. Just a peel. Looks to be a good line. They're looking to curl. I think he's got the peel. Yep, no, he does. Great shot by Jake there. Nice shot. So Andy's going to step up. I'm imagining a second guard's probably going to come out here. Yep. So Andy's asked to throw another guard here. We might see this for 2 more shots here. So it's important at this point. You just got to make it good. Cover up that red. Make far below peel again. So Andy Hovland out of the hack. Rock is on its way. Aaron's staying close. I think Aaron's thinking curl, if anything. Both sweepers are on it, so they do want to keep it gliding. They are on the curl side. 16-5-2. Should be close if they can keep it moving. Keep it moving. About 4 feet farther than that last one that Jake just peeled, but identical spot. So Jake's asked to do the exact same shot here. Jake far below, set up in the hack. Nice delivery. Rock looks like it's on the right line. Yep. Nice peel by Jake. So nice pair of rocks for him in the 5th. Sometimes not the most fun shot call as a shooter, but did his job by losing his shooter and opening it up. So, yep, we're going to see another guard come up. We might just see this for the rest of the end here until Mike's last go, and maybe he'll try something. But Steve Cerkvenik skating down, getting ready for his first of the fifth end. Jake's throwing on the USA curling vest, so he's feeling it, getting a little cool out there. You know, temp probably dropped a little bit. You know, he's flying out of the hack like that. So, all right. So Steve Cerkvenik's in the hack. Andy Hovland's holding the broom, looking to throw another guard if they can. Oh, we're gonna re-clean the rock. He must have felt a little drag on his backswing there. He didn't like it, so cleaning the rock, starting over with his pre-shot routine. Gets his line. He's ready to go. So here we go with Steve's first in the fifth. Good delivery, right on point. Nice handle on his rock. Nice positive handle. Looks like he's got about 5 rotations on that rock. Sweepers are on it late. I think they're just putting it where they want it at this point. Really nice rock by Steve. So, without hesitation, they're just going straight peel again. They are gonna have to deal with that red, but I might be at this point. They might. The force is looking likely. So Mike's setting up in the hack. Brother Willie's holding the broom. Nephews are ready to sweep. Uncle Mike fires out. Looks to be right on line. They're going straight side. Nope. Yeah, it's a great line. Nice peel. So now Steve is looking at maybe playing a tap here. So we kind of knew early in on this end we were going to see a lot of guards there at the end, and we kind of knew there would be a move at the very end. So it looks like that move might be happening here. So looks like they're going to throw, I'm guessing, like a backline weight, tap it just far enough to use it as a backstop. Couch Skip signing off. Got some sweet jerseys here on 3. We got some hockey jerseys with their own graphic. Oh yes, I did see their team name, Dumpster Fire. That's what it is. It's clearly a dumpster and there's flames coming out of it. So sheet 1 here, we have the second event game going on. And we have a good one going on over here. It's a 3-3 game, it looks like, after 4. So they're in their 5th end. If you want a little breather from sheet 2, feel free. All sheets are streaming live on YouTube, Chaska Curling. I would say I'm pretty sure all clubs would be streaming their games. I know Four Seasons does. I know St. Paul does. So big spiel happening at 5 clubs. Of course, we got Chaska, we got St. Paul, Frogtown, Four Seasons, and Dakota Curling Club. So big shout out to those clubs who are putting on the big spiel too. I know it's a lot of work for these clubs to just organize how many players and teams there are. And yeah, so big shout out to the clubs that are participating. Big shout out to the TCCA, Twin Cities Curling Association, for putting this on. Super great event. I'm Niles Lewin. We're here. We're live. We're Chaska Curling, sheet 2. We're Cerkvenik against Far Below with a banger of a game. 2-2 tie in the 5th. Cerkvenik is looking to play a little tap on his red. Aaron is scrubbing hard. It might be lighter than they were looking for. It's over curling. So we'll see what happens here. All right, so far below is sitting one, but he is surrounded by red in front of him. I would not be surprised. There is a crotch to get rid of both of those. Sit three is what they're looking at. Pretty unfortunate spot for Cerkvenik to stop there because, yeah, all he has to do is hit the crotch and he's going to have a three here. So may have a big end here for far below. Coming off, giving a steal. Last time they were at Hammer, they gave a steal, so it would feel good to get a three here. If he does hit the crotch, he may jam on that back yellow, but as long as he hits it hard enough, he should lose these stones. So Mike Farbelow's out of the hack. He's throwing smoke. Nephews are staying close. Jake is on it. He wants to keep it straight if he can. He's off, so it's close. It's where they want it. Let's see how these rocks react. So they hit a little thicker on the intern side rock than they want to do. They did get their one, so no harm done. But they were forced here in the fifth. Really close to getting a three bomb there. Mike's a little upset with him. He didn't miss by much. It was a good shot, but he's a little upset with that. Skipper wanted to throw up a three bomb. Yep. Now he and Steve are kind of, yep. It was close. Those hit weight shots down the center line are a tough one. They always seem like they want to just go on you. So may have just over curled on Mike there. So far below, anyways, is up by one, going into the sixth end here. Got an awesome game going here on sheet two. It was not a disappointment. It's tough to choose what game to call today. You never know which one to do, but this is a main event game, so we decided to bring this one for you. Make sure tomorrow all the finals will be on St. Paul Curling Club's YouTube channel. So make sure you tune in for that tomorrow. All the final games will be on the YouTube. St. Paul Curling Club, go to their channel. It's always entertainment on finals day for the Big Spiel. Good commentary on that. So Mike's looking to go top four. Just put it in the house, see what Steve wants to do with it. Brother Willie's out of the hack. Rock is on the way. Sweepers are on it. Skipper wanted it in the house. It's looking like it's pretty close. Ends up being a guard. That's what my gut impression told me is a little light. So Steve's going to come around that on the intern side. Cerkvenik, they play a lot of interns, I noticed. Dumpster fire over here with their sweet jerseys. I can't get over that. They definitely have the cool jerseys of the draw here at the 10:30 draw. I've seen some really, the curling hat team is over on sheet 6, so some sweet hats. They are like crocheted, knitted curling stones in their hats. So Steve asked to come around the center guard. He ended up light too. So two rocks that ended up being light here. I'll get a time on this one because Mike's gonna ask Willie to come around these. So we'll get a time. Both of those rocks ended up being a little light, so maybe we're getting a little change in speed here. Willie's out of the hack. He hit the target. I had a perfect line on that one right behind Mike's broom, so Willie hit his target perfect. Kids are acting like it's a little heavy. 13.26, so yeah, it's a little scotch heavy. May have got tricked on his first one coming up light like that. May have just been a kind of a little lighter line that he took there. So Steve's going intern side again. Ken was light on his first. Let's see if he makes the adjustment here. Ken Olson, the lead for Cerkvenik. Cerkvenik. Sorry, Steve, for botching your name this whole stream, if you ever watch this. So Andy's staying close. Got a 14.81 and should be that top four. So yeah, top four unswept virtually. 14.81. Mike's gonna come right behind the center guards. Try to maybe kiss right next up to Cerkvenik's stone there. Nick Farbelow out of the hack with his first of the sixth. Jake is staying close. They both jump it, so it must be a little light. Willie's pushing to keep it straight. It looks like it's a nice line if they can just bury it here. So Jake jumps on it to move it as much as he can. Really close to what Mike wanted. So good shot. Buries in behind there. Steve was thinking about playing a little tap on their own there, but he's just going to opt to go on the out-turn side. Aaron Nunberg, Aaron Nunberg set up for, I believe this is his first in the sixth. Aaron's had a good game tonight, throwing some accurate stones. Both squads playing pretty accurate curling today, so Aaron and Ken are both on it. Switching to the curl side. Andy's scrubbing away as much as he can. So good judgment by the sweepers. They knew it was a scotch light. They did get it as far as they could. Good brush. Might set up a nice little angle for them to use later here. Cerkvenik with the hammer here in the sixth. Coming off of a force in the fifth. So we will see what happens here. Nick Farbelow out. Brother Jake scrubbing to get it to curl as much as they can. They are going to... Oh. So they do hit the stone. It rubs Cerkvenik to the back four. They are now sitting top 8, back 4. With hammer, but it is in the middle, so easy opportunity for the Farbelow just to throw a good draw in there and squash it down. Steve's going to opt to just start throwing some junk out there early in the end, so we'll see what happens here. Aaron with his second. Thanks for joining us. Anybody watching out there? Forgive me about the chat. I do not have that going because I brought an iPad today and I didn't have everything set up properly. So I'll check in, see if there is any chat. I know it's pretty light in the chat typically, but we got Aaron's second rock coming in here. It's nicely thrown. The sweepers didn't even have to jump it till the last 10 feet. So he's 7/8 buried there, sitting 3. Mike's gonna opt to just draw to the button. He does have a backing there. So Cerkvenik sitting 3 with hammer in the 6th. Mike Farbelow has got some guards to maybe squash and shrink this scoring zone with a good one from Jake here. So the first from Jake Farbelow is out of his hand. Sweepers are liking it. Their gut tells them they want to sweep it a little bit, I think. But brother Nick, I think, is actually liking it. So good read by Nick there. It needs to curl. All right, so it was a scotch heavy. Yup, just 3 feet too heavy. They're sitting. Oh shoot, it's one of those situations. I think Cerkvenik is sitting
What's he doing?
2, maybe. Maybe he is sitting 2. He must be because he didn't really give a look at it. He's just going to guard up here. So he's going to guard up, try to protect his 2, I'm guessing. Don't know. Far below does need to watch out for that red raise because that is lined up on the far below yellow in the back there for a possible hammer throw. Steve's looking just to guard this outturned side. So Jake was heavy with his first by 4 feet. Let's see what happens on Andy's here. Seems like both teams are following suit. So rock is out of the hands. Andy Hovland looking to throw a guard. Andy's broom is up in the air. He knows it's heavy. This might be a plan B to... Nope, it's even past the T line here. 13.95. So we definitely got a back 4, back 8 situation here. Mike's electing not to brush it too far, using it as a backstop. So Team Farblow with an opportunity for Jake's second one here to make the adjustment and put it right on the pin. Make it tough on Cerkvenik. Rock is out of the hand. Jake's second. Sweepers are staying close. I think the weight's right. Nick thinks he needs a curl. They're scrubbing for a curl. All right, Dad Willie jumps in because they're going to put it right on the pin if they can. It's looking nice. They got to keep it moving, keep it moving. All right, so they ended up top 4. Definitely squashes Cerkvenik down to 1 point here. Steve kind of pointed to hitting the Farblows through that port, which could be a risky shot if he were to jam. That could be a problem. He's still looking at that, chipping that one through the port. That's the call. So there is some risk on this shot if he were to crash on Farbelow's stone here. But he's got hammer, so he's got to do something with it, right? Andy is out of the hack. Aaron's gonna jump it right away, so I think he was a little narrow. Aaron's a good sweeper, so he's trying. He's hard on it. Looks like they are gonna get this. So an excellent shot. Oh, are they gonna crash? Ooh. So it does jam, kind of what I was talking about, but I was hoping to get confirmation. I don't know who's sitting what here. To me, it's tough to say. I'm kind of sitting off to the side here. I know far below is definitely hanging over into the 4. I don't know Cerkvenik's situation. We'll get a look here on YouTube. I got it coming in on the delay. Whew, it's really close. I do think it's far below from the overhead, but that's me trusting the screen, so I don't know. But it does look like far below might be biting for the 1. It is behind the T line. and they are in the steal position, so Steve can do something with his last one there. Or he's got 2 left, sorry. This is the first of the skip stones. Mike Farbelow is stepping into the hack. I don't think it's going to matter because I don't think those rocks are going to stay there. So sweepers are staying close. It must be close to what they were looking for. They're on and off. Okay. So nice little in-off there. Farbelow does sneak in there. Now I'm going to have to look at the overhead again here. Anybody at home, if you can chime in. So Steve's looking at, looks like promoting his red here. Okay. So we have a confirmation here thanks to the family sitting next to me. Farbelow is sitting 1-2. So without hammer, Steve does have hammer. He's got a wide open out-turn draw at this point. Looks like he's going to just try to kiss his into the 4-foot here. We'll see what broom they give. Maybe it's not a kiss. Maybe he's actually going to try to do a kiss and tickle off both of the Farbelows here. Yeah, maybe they're seeing something. So they're throwing, off that broom, they're throwing normal weight at this. Maybe they're thinking they can scooch the Farbelow stone over and have their red stone go into the back Farbelow. There could be risks that they are messing with their 3rd shot. They might end up hitting that. We'll see. Steve, out of the hack, knows more than I do. I'm a couch skip. He's in the main event in the big spiel. Aaron's on it. Both of the sweepers are scrubbing. Got to keep it straight. It must be getting tight. And they crash. Crash on the Farbelow center guard here. So they're sitting 1-2. Wide open draw on the out turn. We'll see what they decide to do here. Mike's thinking just go right to the pin. It's not a bad shot call at all. Just take it first if you can. So we'll get a time on this. Mike's going to have to throw a nice draw here. In a sense, if they come up short, it takes that draw away from Steve. Steve might have that tap on the stone he just tried. So regardless, he's still going to have that shot they just tried. But let's see what Mike does. If he can put it on the pin, that changes it. So Mike's out of the pack. Rocks are cruising today. Sweepers are on it. They don't seem like they're frantic, but all right, now they're digging. They're digging hard here. Yep, it looks light. It's okay, though, because it takes away in their out-turn draw. A little lighter than they wanted. So Steve looking like a force might be on here unless something miraculous happens. They just tried this shot, so I'm guessing they're going to try it again. They did peel that guard, so they got a little bit more room at it this time. I think they're seeing. I think Cerkvenik's looking at it. I think they can get a deuce out of this. If they play a soft hit on that, I think they're going to get their one all day long. If the rock that Aaron's looking at, if they just tap that, some back line weight, it's going in, but we'll see what they do. So they're going to play the same shot call they tried. Not a bad shot call. It's always good as a shooter to get a second crack at a shot. Still looks like there is some risk of maybe giving up a steal with this shot, but obviously these guys know more than I do, so I'm going to trust their judgment. So we're looking for a normal hit weight here. I'm guessing 10.5 seconds. I'm going to get a time on. Good push out of the hack. Aaron's on it right away again. I don't think it's as narrow as that last one, but he is acting like it's narrow. We had a 10-second hit. So, yeah. So, what I was kind of talking about with that risk happened. They gave up a 2. So, it's always a risk. There was some risk to that shot. I see what they were looking for. I just don't know if it was properly lined up. So, a big end in sheet 2 here. Far below, coming off of the 5th end steal. They put 2 on the board here. Steal 2 from Cerkvenik, or sorry, they were forced in the 5th. I take that back. So I put up a giant 2-point steal in the 6th. So see what Mike Farbelow wants to do here. We might get a little defensive on sheet 2. See what happens. 3-point lead in the 7th. In a game tough to generate points. So, yeah, I think he might get that defensive mind. He's definitely going in the house with Willie's first one here. So I guess Willie's big thing is you don't want to come up short. Still early enough in the game, but a 3-point lead for Farbelow is a good spot to be in. Even if you force them here, you're up with 2 with the hammer. So you blank here, you're up 3 without. So no matter what, they're in a good control spot here. So rock does go up, and it does come up a little short. So they do have a guard out in the center. Not the end of the world, but it does give Cerkvenik. Oh, he's going to go corner guard. I don't mind that call. They got to generate points here. They got 2 ends left. They got to get a deuce. Instead, they go with the strong center guard there, so they're going to just add to the middle, along with Farbelow's 3 guard. I think they're looking to set a 2 guard. So a banger of a game here. Sheet 2, Chaska, Big Spiel, 11th annual. Team Farbelow against Team Cerkvenik. It's been a really close game. Farbelow just stole a 2 in the 6th to kind of open it up, but until that point, it was a neck-and-neck game. Still can be, and anything can happen. Steve Cerkvenik and his squad, experienced squad out of St. Paul. So anything can happen here. I think Mike Farbelow was looking to have a little defensive end here, but now he's got two center guards that he has to deal with until the 6th stone. So Willie, he asked his brother to come around those 2 if he can. A lot of rocks in play over here in sheet 1, which is the second event game that's going on. Got a 4-2 game after 5 ends. They're in their 6th, and they are on the hammer. So Red, if he can navigate the court, could tie the game up over on sheet 1 here. So back to sheet 2, Willie Farbelow goes back 12, but he does get the line right. We've been playing a lot to the middle in this game, and we're going to follow suit in the 7th end here. Ken Olson with his 2nd in the 7th. Out of the hack. Aaron and Andy are on it. Aaron more than Andy, so he must be wanting to keep it straight if he can. Looks like they are a little light. Although the good scrub by Aaron, they made the adjustment and dragged that rock an extra 8 feet. And now they're sitting in that top 12, halfway buried behind the rocks there. So Mike Farbelow back in the steal position, coming off a 2-point steal. asked his nephew to throw right behind the pack. So they're looking to get T-line, center line if they can. Willie and Jake are staying close, but it overcurled. So they knew, sweepers knew right away there was a plan B in effect. A lot of stones in the middle already, so let's see if Steve opts to start peeling. He's going to just go behind. Sitting second, rock. Far below sitting shot. Aaron is out of the hack. Good solid delivery. Aaron's had a great game tonight, both on the shooting and the sweeping. And I say tonight just because I have a natural want to say tonight, but we are in midday, Saturday, Chaska. All right, so they do kiss off their own red in the center there. And they sputter off into the wing. So they do have a corner guard out in play that maybe Cerkvenik can utilize by the end of the end here. The end of the end. So Nick Farbelow is asked to bury in behind these center guards if he can, right on the 4-foot. Nick Farbelow is out of the hack. Rock out of the hand. Sweepers are on and off. Jake's jumping it. Scrubbing really hard at this point, so 14-7-1, it should be close. Should be that top 4. So a gem of a shot by Nick Farbelow. Did go 2 feet farther than they were planning, but that could have been from the good scrub by his brother Jake there. So Cerkvenik's got some rocks that he's got to deal with now. So I'm trying to look at the angles here. If he can get rid of 2 of Farbelow's out front there. He's looking at the same angles I am. So he might be able to lose 2 yellows here with a peel. See what he calls. Now he's looking at a different angle here. I liked his first angle because with the peel losing the shooter, he might get 2 yellows with this. He's not going to lose his red on the center line, but you can always use your own rock, right? Yep, so he's looking at that angle. He's going to throw some smoke here. Out-turn heater. Peel weight. See what he throws for his peel weight. See if he can get sub 7, which is a smoker. It's not sub 7, I'll tell you that much, but it's an 8-second. So he didn't get rid of any of the Farblows, but he made some movement in the back, and they're sitting 1 now. So the 2 Farblow stones I thought he was going to get rid of, he did not, but it jammed up and worked out for Cerkvenik. He had 8.2 second hit weight there, so he did throw some smoke. Maybe hit a little fatter than he was hoping. Jake Farbelow's got a good opportunity to shrink the scoring zone here. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are on it. I like the line, so I don't think it's a line sweep. Although it is getting tighter, but it's going to shrink their zone here. Oh, and they paper it. There you go. Zone is shrunk. So Beautiful shot by Jake there to follow that up and just kiss into it. Steve's thinking over his options here. Andy's looking at the angle raise. That's what Andy was kind of signaling. So Steve is checking his angles here. So they're looking at an angle raise to take out far below's yellow here. Tricky shot. The angles are there. If he makes this, they would be sitting 2 behind a lot of cover. Andy, without hesitation, saw it. He likes it. So we'll see. Steve gets his lines made up. We're going to see some smoke on this one, too. We'll see what Andy throws for his POA, but they aren't going to... No soft weight here. Unless he's just showing them the line. A little bit of discussion here. Okay, so he was just showing them his line, but we're still going to see POA here. So let's see what he throws. Here he comes out of the hack. Aaron's jumping it right away. They got to be precise because there is a far below stone there on the center. It's close. Oh, they did get it. Let's see where this goes. They did get the far below stone. Wow. So they did remove that stone that was on the yellow. They're sitting back 12, so far below can definitely put on some heat here. So at Jake's, he's going to opt to just get rid of that Cerkvenik stone. There's a lot of room on this out-turn draw to put one in there to maybe put a steel mode on, which is what Mike's looking at now. He's giving them the option. I mean, they could go for a steel right there, put it right where Mike tapped. Yeah, Jake likes that, so they're going to switch modes here. Looking for a 15-second. we're hearing an oh God from the family members over here because Jake's has to throw a draw, but late in the game, I would imagine Jake's got his draw weight pretty dialed in here. We'll see. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are staying close. I think they like it. Yep, brother Nick is judging it. I think it's close. They're jumping it to drag it, but they're off. It's really close. It's got to be good weight. 14-4-0. So it's going to be close. Now can they bury it? So they do go behind the tee. Cerkvenik has something to maybe freeze down to, but it is buried. What a shot by Jake. Coming in off of a hit, so a tough ass to do the draw around there, but does it. So it looks like Steve's asking to take the in-turn port here, so Andy's going to just try to draw in there and out-count, maybe draw right down to far below stone here. He has backing if he needs it. We had a 14-4-0 on Jake, so we'll get a time on Andy's here. I got a little quick on the trigger finger there, so Aaron's jumping it. Both sweepers are on it. Might be a scotch light. It's getting tight. They may be crashing on this far below center guard here. What a brush. What a brush by Aaron to keep that straight. 15 seconds, so with that hard brush, he should get it close. So Aaron hard on the broom brings Cerkvenik right into the top button to sit 1 with hammer. Down by 2 in the 7th. Down by 3, sorry. So far below. Scoring zone is small for Cerkvenik here. So we'll see what far below does. They're up by 3. I don't think they're afraid to give up 1 in this situation going into the 8th end with 2-point lead. So I wouldn't be surprised if he Doesn't just, I think they're following it, but I think if anything, you come up short, right? Just plug up that port. So Mike Farbelow with his first of 2 in the 7th. Nice push out of the hack. Sweepers are on it right from the get-go. They're on it right from the get-go. It's definitely guard weight. They might be playing 16-4-4 on the split or on the hog. So, yep, yeah, perfect. That's what I was thinking too. You just kind of plug up that draw. All right, so force is looking to be close to being on here. They're looking at the double angle raise. It is set up. I can't see the angles on it. That double angle raise, actually, I think is going to jam on their own one, so that's a risky shot. They're looking at it, but if they hit this too hard, they could hit theirs out and give up another steal, which would be devastating. Aaron, I like his style. He just lets the other 3 come up with the shot calls. He comes down, cleans up house, gets the hack ready for the skipper. So Steve doesn't have to deal with that. So I think they're going to play, I didn't see the shot call, but I think the broom is set up for this double angle raise here. Looking at the overhead, it looks like they're going to hit their own top 4 red. So they're going to have to play some delicate weight here. Steve kneels down, does his patented clean the rock off to the side. Ken and Aaron are ready. They know the assignment. We have 3 games on the sheets that are over. 4 through 6 are shaking hands and they're done. So he's throwing some sauce at this. Aaron's on it. Aaron's on it for straight side. It's over curling for this angle raise, so we'll see. All right, so Farbelow coming, still got another rock in this end here. Yeah, they might have to cover that red of Cerkvenik's because they might be able to raise that to get rid of Farbelow. So I think they're going to look at. Okay. So Nick opting to let the other guys figure out the shot call. Jake's very vocal. Jake likes the top 8. I kind of like the shot that Uncle Mike just said. He's hit the Cerkvenik stone out, roll under. I mean, that Cerkvenik stone is there to raise into the Farbelow, so it looks like they decided to just draw like top 8, tried to squeeze right between the 2 Cerkvenik stones. So tricky shot here. These guys know better than I do, so I trust their judgment. Mike skating down. The team likes it. Got smiles on the faces, so they're nice and loose. They're up by 3 in the 7th. Mike Farbelow in the hack with his last stone in the 7th. It's on its way. Looking at the sweepers, they're staying close. I think it's close to what they asked for. Sweepers are liking it. I trust their judgment at this point in the game. They really know how to judge these rocks. At a 14-7-3, so that is precisely where they asked to put that stone. So what a shot by Mike Farbelow there. Squeezed it in the port, put it right where they wanted to. It takes away that angle raise. So Steve Cerkvenik looking at all options to try to generate a deuce here, but the force is looking like it's on. I have a bad angle here. I'm sitting off to the side, so there might be some ports that are accessible for him. But from my judgment, it's looking like it's a tough navigation at this point. They're looking at the angle raise. It looks like they could, I mean, that's a precise shot, but that's there. They could angle raise it. I don't think there's much risk involved in that, the way the far below stones are lined up. It's just you don't want to overthrow it. So they're definitely looking at that. It looks like this is going to be their option. Just a backline tap on it. So Stone Cold and Dangaran on sheet 1. Dangaran out of Columbus, Ohio, I see, so that's cool. Second event on sheet 1. A lot of rocks in play over there. A lot of rocks, a lot of red in front of the tee line there. So here's the shot call for Steve. He's going to try to get a 2 with an angle raise. It is more weight than I was expecting them to play. So once again, I would hate to see hit your own and give far below a steal here. They see something that they like, so they're going to throw. That's like, looks like firm weight, I would guess, based off of the room that they're giving them. Little discussion here. Maybe asking, so I guess Steve wanted to know where you thinking hit it. So yeah, this is firm broom. It's not, they aren't giving it much movement. Chaska's got some curl, so Steve set up with his slick St. Paul Curling Club jacket. Slick jackets, corn broom, the stone on it, and I like the font, everything about it. They're sweet. So here's Steve out of the hack with the hammer in the 7th, looking for an angle raise. Down by 3, needs something to happen. And they got to the low side on it, so over curled on them. They do get their 1. So we do have a far below up by 2 in the 8th with hammer. So far below's liking where they're at. We got a 5-3 game. Imagine we're going to see a lot of open play here on far below's side. I know with this lead and the situation I'm in, I would be tempted to just throw willies through the house, but we'll see what Mike decides here. Mike's got his fingers crossed, so he knows better than I do, and nothing's ever final in curling. You know? So Ken Olson's up. They need to steal, so they're going to set some center guards. They have to get some steal here. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. The infamous 1 guard, the hardest stone in my mind to throw. Let's see if Ken can do it. Ken Olson firing out of the hack. Looking for a 1 guard. I don't even know what this is going to be, like 18 second. I mean, on this ice, a 1 guard, I wouldn't even want to throw that. So we got a 16-2-1. So instead of a 1, the 2 is placed. All right. So Mike's going to throw in the house. I'm going to take notes on this because I've been in this situation, and I want to see how the far belows play with the lead here in the 8th. Be interesting to watch. So they're electing to go into the house. I would imagine you do not want to guard at this point. Yeah, you don't want to guard. I'm just gonna say that. I know I'm right about that. You know, that's the only way Cerkvenik can generate any points to come back in this game is that they have to have some guards. So, you know, you definitely don't want that. I think the miss was plan B is miss it heavy. Willie's in the back 12. So we'll see what happens into the second stones here if some peeling starts taking place into the third stone. So Ken Olson's second in the eighth is out of the hand. This could be the last stone of his game. Fun game to watch. Ken both on the brush and throwing. Fun game between both teams. So both center guards are up. And Mike Farbelow is looking to come behind those. Willie was a scotch heavy on his first one. I'm guessing he's going to make the adjustment here. Jake jumped it right away, so they want to carry it a little bit, it looks like. Brothers Jake and Nick hard on the rock. Pushing it as far as they can. Get it into the house if they can. Nice brush by those guys to get it there. So Farbelow is sitting two in the house behind two center guards here for Cerkvenik. Steve decides it's time to come around those guards, so he's going to start putting the pressure on here if he can. So we definitely have some chiming in on the chat. My apologies because I haven't even been following the chat, but thanks for everybody that's been chiming in, watching this barn burner of a game. Scorecard is now 2 points ahead for Farbelow, but we had it's a great game, good even match game. All in all, Farbelow was able to steal two in the sixth, which kind of changed the way this game was going. So looking to open stuff up now with this 2 point lead. You don't want to leave anything in the middle, just get it cleared out. So maybe looking to, so they're going to want to sweep their shooter out. All right, so perfect. First peel is made. Start eliminating stones at this point. That's all you got to do for Farbelow. And on the other side, Cerkvenik needs guards. He has to have some guards to come around, so looking to place another one. If Farbelow can somehow get rid of two of those guards, which two of those reds are perfectly lined up to get rid of, that could be a pretty devastating blow for Cerkvenik at this point. Aaron Nunberg with a great game today. Fun to watch sweeping, hard brusher, really carries the rock. I'd love to have that brush on my team. Skip's dream, but Aaron's had a great game. Asked to play that really hard one guard. They're scratching to get it over. Oh no. And they hogged. Oh shoot. That's the dreaded one guard. It's so hard to throw. That hog line comes into play, so especially for a guy like Aaron who throws big weight like he does. That's such a delicate shot. So Farbelow gifted an open hit here to maybe try to get rid of both of these guards here. You got Nick coming out of the hack. He definitely has the power to do it. If anything, they're definitely going to get rid of one. Guess at this point, either or is fine. All right. Got rid of one. Nice shot by Nick. Good peel. Steve is in survival mode at this point. He's got to throw another guard. It's the only way he can do it. So far below sitting 2, up 2 in the 8th, playing loose. It's fun to watch a family like this curl as accurate as they are. Been a fun game to call, been a fun game to watch on both squads. Fun that I got to call Andy Hovland's game when I'm guessing maybe Peter is his dad, so I got to call his dad's game last night, or maybe uncle. But fun to see 2 Hovlands out here. Asked to play that one guard, and Andy follows through. Puts it perfect out there. So tough to get rid of 2 here, but he's definitely going to get rid of 1. Interesting. I don't know what that signal was from Mike far below, but it does look like they're set up for just a peel. He went over and touched the sideline, so I didn't know if he was going to like throw a tick at this, but no, Jake's set up for the peel here. All you have to do is get rid of Redstone. Rock is out of the hand with Jake's first of the last end of the great game. Nice peel. It's definitely in his back pocket. So Steve's got to make a decision here. He almost has to throw another guard. Looks like he's gonna go for it. He's gonna make his move. He's thinking about freezing the far below stone here. Cerkvenik's down to their 4 stones, or I should say they're down to 3 stones, but they have 1 in play, so all far below has to do is eliminate 2 more reds. So Andy Hovland setting up in the hack, looking to freeze onto the far below yellow in the 4-foot here. So they're definitely making their move. They got to generate a 2 to get to the extra end. I learned yesterday extra end is a 9th end with only 4 stones, where each position throws 1 stone apiece. But the crazy thing is the hammer keeps in succession based on the game, so you don't want to go to nine ends for far below. You want to get this over with. So Rock is out of the hand. Andy's got the signal that it's heavy. His broom's up in the air. So Aaron's looking to curl it, which would also coincide with being heavy. They want it to curl. So it is open. Oh, they did get to the corner, but they should be able to remove that with some ease. If they were to throw a peel on that center, on the intern side, they might be able to end the game with 1 toss here. Let's see which one they choose to get rid of. Doesn't really matter, just get rid of 1 of them. I would be tempted to get the center guard off because you might get both of them, and then it would be handshakes. They opt to go after the rock that's kissing their own. I do know Jake Farbelow is not going to miss this hit. We'll just see what they choose, if they're peeling here or if they're going to hit the stick. So it's not peel weight. Looks like normal weight. Looking for some curl. Nick hard on the curl. So they did get rid of 1 of the stones. They got 1 more to go. Sorry, they got 2 more to go. We're into Steve's last stones of the game here, unless something changes. Looking to draw around. So right now they have a chance to win with the 3 stones remaining. 1 of them's a guard, so they would have to somehow promote that. So really, Steve's kind of down to his last 2 here. It's been a great game here on sheet 2 to call. came in, had to pick a game, kind of scrambled to get started. I had to do all the recon on getting the team names. I didn't even know who was playing this morning, but I did see this main event game, and it was a no-brainer to jump on and call this game. And it's been a fun one to call between two St. Paul Curling Club teams here at Chaska. So here comes Steve Cerkvenik with his last. It's a good opportunity to, once again, thanks the Twin Cities Curling Association for doing this, for giving us the opportunity to curl at 5 clubs in this big spiel. Anybody tuning in the future, if you're thinking about making a travel out here, we have teams from across our whole country out here. It's super fun. So this is the one to do if you're thinking about doing a traveling bonspiel. So Steve with his first ends up carrying past the tee line, trying to bait Mike Farbelo to maybe chase that, but no, Mike's just going to peel, get rid of red. He's got technically 2 more stones to get the victory to get rid of. Farbelo playing a good 8th end here and not even really giving Steve a chance to get anything set up. So Mike Farbelo, his first of 2 in the 8th end, looking to peel. Good judge. So they get that. They are officially 1 stone away from the victory. They got hammer. Everything looking good for Club Farbelo right now. So they're going to most likely advance into the main event. So like to wish them good luck going forward. I'll be watching. I unfortunately will not be able to call any more games this weekend. I am calling a hockey game, a boys state high school hockey game at 3 o'clock, so I won't be able to do the second draw, and I won't be able to get down here tonight. But tomorrow, St. Paul Curling Club on their YouTube channel, all the finals will be live, and there will be commentary, so make sure you chime in for that one. Great commentary. I know Scott Belvich, our head ice maker, does both the games. I think he does them with 2 different people, but the finals is always a hoot. So make sure you tune into the St. Paul Curling Club's page tomorrow. So great game for Steve Cerkvenik. This is his last stone of the 8th end. It's been a good game. The steal of 2 in the 6th end was the game changer. That seemed to turn the tide of the game, and Farbelo was able not to even give Cerkvenik even a chance to get back in this game. So Steve had a little disgust on his face, but nothing to be disgusted about. He had a great game. I think he was just a little upset. He went a little heavy on it. All Mike has to do is get rid of 1 of those. I'm guessing maybe a wife over here, or are you wife? Sister-in-law. Sister-in-law is threatening if Mike misses this that she might throw up. So let me say, if he misses, I'm getting out of the way. So here we go. Mike set up. All he has to do is hit red. I can't imagine Mike Farbelo, knowing the name, is even going to remotely have a chance of missing this. Steve Cerkvenik, he knows what's coming. It was a good game. 2 St. Paul clubs battling it out in Chaska. Farbelo's going to move on into the main event. Oh, jeez. It was tighter than we wanted, put it that way. So Farbelo advances, handshakes are out. What a game. Looks like these guys are all friends at heart, so fun game to call. Good luck to Farbelo going on. Anybody tuning in, we do have the second event game on sheet 1. Looks like Team Red is looking at, they need to get 3 in this end to tie. So looks like there might be a handshake coming up here. They're in their final hammerstone. Since I have you on, I'll just call this stone here. Red is sitting 1. They would have to somehow, well, I guess if they get a 2, No, they need a 3. So I don't know how they're drawn here. Rock is out of the hand. Big Broom's coming out on the far below rink. I think we're going to see the same thing, handshakes on 1, which we do. So I want to say, I'm guessing, but maybe Dangaran advances in this. Everybody listening, thank you for listening. It's been fun. Tune into the St. Paul Curling Club tomorrow. Rest of the Big Spiel games at Chaska will be live streamed. I don't think there'll be any commentary. If anything changes, the headline will let you know. But thanks for listening to me. Sorry you had to suffer through me solo. It's Niles Lewin. I'm signing off. Take care.